Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Remember, the European Union wanted to do it the right way and invited all the fighting financial ministers of each country from the European Union, and they discussed the new package, the aid package for Ukraine, which was about $18 billion, I think, or euros, which now is almost the same. And Hungary had balls and said, you know what, we do not want to, we don't want to participate in that. We're going to veto it, because that would have been like this: the European Union would get certain kind of loans, and then give the money to Ukraine, and each and every country in the European Union would have to pay for the loan taken, and Hungary said, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to put, we disagree with that. I think it's this and this and that. And since they had, in that commission, had to have a unanimity, so everybody had to agree, and Hungary threatened that it's going to veto it, these guys found a different method to do that. I think it is a more, how should I put it, a just method, a fair method, in a way that the European will get the money from banking or whatever they get it from, but they will not make everyone pay for it, but only the countries who agreed to vote for it. So that means if you didn't vote for it, that means your country will not have to pay for that, the money or whatever is going to be sent to Ukraine. I think that's something like that, but let's see how these guys explain it. And this obviously being the guys from the Ukrainska Pravda, and this article comes from December 10th, 2022. European Union Council decides on 18 billion package for Ukraine despite Hungary's veto. Now, despite a Hungarian veto, the Council of European Union has reached an agreement on a legislative package that will allow the European Union to provide Ukraine with financial assistance in the amount of 18 billion euros in 2023. The agreement was announced by the press services of the EU Council of Saturday, writes European Pravda. The proposal was adopted by the Council on 10 December through a written procedure and will be submitted to the European Parliament for possible adoption next week. The package provides for a structural decision on financial support for Ukraine in 2023. The sum of money that will be provided to Ukraine in 2023 will be 18 billion euros, and the loans will have 18-year grace period. So they have to be paid, right, in 10 years, $18 billion. Because all the European countries are functioning in a profit, right? No, they're all in a deficit. I just covered today a video where I was looking at the budgets, and they're all in deficit, aside from some little islands that I never heard of, and I think Luxembourg and another little thing that you struggle to find it on the map. Everybody else is in deficit. That means, you know, the budgets they earn this and they spend more than they earn. Imagine, where is the difference coming from? Loans. From whom? International banking systems, right? So this is how it goes. European Union member states will cover most of the interest expenses from external targeted revenues. Guarantees for this borrowing will be provided either from the EU budget or by member states, the press service said. The program aims to provide short-term financial assistance, fund Ukraine's urgent needs, restore critical infrastructure, and initial support for sustainable post-war reconstruction to support Ukraine on its path to European integration. Earlier, Hungary opposed the decision of the EU to provide Ukraine with an 18 billion euro aid package. According to the initial proposal of the European Commission, the aid package requires a unanimous decision of 27 European Union countries. However, due to the Hungarian veto, The current Czech president of the EU Council was looking for a way, a Weasel way, to make a decision on assistance without Hungary. The German DPA agency explained how the solution is that loan guarantees, if Hungary maintains its veto, will not be covered by the EU budget as originally planned, but it will take over by individual EU countries. So you weasels, politicians, that you're gonna make your taxpayers pay for the loan they will take for Ukraine. Good job, good job. So will not cover by the EU budget as originally planned, but will be taken over by individual EU countries. Good. This means that a unanimous decision by all EU countries will not be necessary. But Hungary will not pay nothing, anything. However, Hungary still has time to join this process. Why would they? If Budapest change its position, the guarantees will be covered from the EU budget, the agency writes. So that means from the EU budget will be paid, and guess who's going to be paid back? Hungary included. So why the fuck you want to do that, Hungary? Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban, the one with balls too, said that Budapest, although it has blocked EU macro-financial assistance for Ukraine, does not really oppose financial support for Ukraine. It just supports granting it in a different way. Yeah. All right. So we'll see. So the Ukrainian guys, the guys in charge of the Ukrainian people, because there's not the same thing as Ukrainian guys and the guys in charge of the Ukrainian people, if you know what I mean. Zelensky, Zhmyhal, Reznikov, and Yermak are a little bit different. They will get the money, and they will make sure that each and every little euro will go into the infrastructure, reconstruction, and into the government that will be functioning to nothing of the kind of, pocket it or anything. No. And in the meantime, the Europeans, the citizens of various countries will pay without even knowing it. But they will pay more. And then how will they pay? With taxes. With taxes. And they will not realize that. And with inflation in their own countries. And they will not even feel it. That's how they do it here in the United States as well. They say, hey, we're going to build some subsidized housing for the illegal immigrants that cross the border and they come here. Well, does it bother me? Will I pay? No, I let them all come in. Yeah, because the idiots who make, some money, they don't realize that's going to be taken from their pocket later. But they say, yeah, because nobody says, you know what? Yeah, you agree with that? How about you take about 6 families from, Honduras, Nicaragua, and, some other countries, and get them in your house. You have enough room. We're going to house it over there, and you're going to get another job and support them from your own money. Do you think they're going to support that? Let them come in? No, they will not. But like that, they don't see it. They say, yeah, we have enough money. No, we don't. This country functions in an economic budgetary deficit. That means spends more than makes the revenue. Okay? Where do you get the difference? Printing fucking money. That means inflation and other ways. And who's going to pay for that? Your children, my children, their children, and all that. Yeah, if you can afford, why not, right? But anyway, this is the way the little scheme works. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.